be here. My name's Eric Myers. I'm an architect and an urban designer. Can everybody hear me? Yeah. Great. I'm going to be a little bit boring, and I've scripted this because I'm freaking out about 20 seconds each slide. I'm a rambler. So here goes. Grains of pollen. These grains of pollen are to 1/1,000,000th of a meter. This is courtesy of nanoscale research. In the past decade, advances in nanoscale science, engineering, and technology are revolutionizing medicine, computing, material science, energy, production, and manufacturing. Just this past week, the Sabin Institute of Research and Hospital in Los Angeles announced the discovery of a new potential treatment for ALL. That's a cancer that's most common found in children in the United States. That's courtesy of nanoscale research. Last week was Edward Muybridge, his 182nd birthday, and this is the science of animal locomotion. Blending art with science and technology, this work pioneered cinematography and changed the way we see and interact with our world. The art of locomotion. What a beautiful concept that was. We have been rapidly advancing our understanding of the molecular structure and our efficient movement of our bodies as a system. Yet the same is not true however, for the advancement of our communities. We spend most of our time building infrastructure that wastes money and wastes time of its citizens. Today, most U.S. cities look like this. We continue to afford a surface transportation policy that's the most expensive in all of the world. This is I-75 Atlanta, and the current technology is what? Add more lanes, right? That's what the current technology is. This is our corridor, our cultural gateway, for US 27 at 4th Street. This is not dissimilar from the technological advancements that we are needing in our own community. In the next 280 seconds, we'll walk from Market Street on the right to US 27 on the left. At the intersection of 4th and Broad, cultural gateways often contain corporate headquarters of the largest manufacturers in their town. This rendering is of the John Ross Building, proposing the corporate headquarters of the Volkswagen Group of America's southeastern headquarters. This is a higher and better use of the Applebee's site. Rather than a suburban building, we have a mixed-use building. Imagine that in an urban area. Yeah. 4th and Chestnut as its cultural gateway, 4th and Broad. These are high-value real estate areas and should command a higher value building. 4th and Chestnut, cultural gateways typically contain hospitality buildings, and this rendering depicts a boutique hotel adjacent to the majestic 12 on the 4th Street corridor edge. And facing south, this building contains an enormous opportunity to integrate photovoltaics into its facade. Let's look at the block as we walk west on Chestnut near the highway. And what's illustrated here is holistic planning, not planning for cars, not planning for transit from getting from here to there. It's holistic planning, it's people and cars. The next slide illustrates what US 27 plans with TDOT plans to move that roadway. They plan to move that roadway and straighten it out 100 feet to the west, but the current ramps stay in the same location. We propose that we add another city block to our town by moving that roadway. If we invest that infrastructure, we should invest in places that look like this. 4th and Chestnut. Cultural gateways also include attractions that provide energy to the city. This is a Creative Discovery Museum expansion and the large attraction that we'll visit later behind towards US 27. Our cultural gateway currently looks like this. And remember, in the overpass seen on the left, we'll move 100 feet away from you in current TDOT planning. Yet the current on-ramps seen on the right will stay in the same location. We believe this doesn't make sense. All of that transportation facility should move 100 feet west and give us the opportunity to do something like this. A tower with a pedestrian bridge connecting to Cameron Hill, and a planetarium, or called a Celestial Science Museum, that attracts children from all ages to learn about the sciences, technology, and the arts in one building that's an expansion of the Creative Discovery Museum. a cultural garden, an outdoor place where children can learn about science and technology, about nature, hands-on, where it happens. We have none of this right now. What we have is an on-ramp. What we have are places for cars. When we plan our communities for cars and traffic alone, we get cars and traffic. When we plan our places for people, we get people. Look at this photo and imagine, if you will, a different place, a place that's higher and better used. We've been doing this for over a century, this same planning with no technological advancement. We've had no technological advancement in the planning and the construction of what we've been doing in our U.S. cities. And you know who has been benefited the most? Most of us in this room. John F. Kennedy said something interesting, and I've got to find it for you. Our most basic common link is that we all inhabit this small planet. We all breathe the same air. We all cherish our children's future, and we are all mortal. So what I would propose to you tonight is to think that in a time when we can view ourselves to 1/1,000,000th of a meter, that maybe we should do a little bit of stepping back and looking at ourselves from far away and understanding our history, our technology, to create a place of sense, or a sense of place, whichever one you prefer. Ideas and innovations have endurance beyond our own mortality, and we can build a much better place right here on Earth that we inhabit every single day, here in our cities, through innovation, creativity, and a much deeper understanding of our community through our own place and time. Thank you very much.